Fonga la fea, ashe, ashe. 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 Ashe, ashe. Ashe, ashe. Ashe, ashe. Ashe, 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 Kabolegua, ashe, ashe, Kabolegua, ashe, ashe, Kabolegua, ashe, ashe, Kabolegua, ashe, 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 ashe. Ashe, 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 ashe. Fonga la fea, 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 ashe, ashe. Ashe, ashe. Ashe, ashe. Ashe, ashe. Ashe, ashe. Ashe, ashe. Kabolegua, ashe, ashe. Kabolegua, ashe, ashe. Kabolegua, ashe, ashe. Kabolegua, ashe, ashe. Ashe, ashe. Ashe, ashe. Ashe, ashe. Ashe, ashe. Okay, now I'm going to invite you to get up and dance and put your hands together. Yeah, yeah. Move your body. Waking up. Ashe, ashe. 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 Sing with me. Fonga la fea, ashe, ashe. 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 Ashe, ashe. Ashe, ashe. Ashe, ashe. Ashe, 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 ashe. All right, good morning. Rise and shine.
Beautiful. Thank you, Jeevan and Louise. How about another round of applause? Bringing up some energy, making it feel good this morning. Welcome to Center for Spiritual Living Kauai. My name is Michelle LeMay. I'm on the Board of Trustees, and I'm a licensed practitioner here. And we've got lots going on. So first, make sure your cell phones are off. And if you've grabbed coffee or tea, make sure there's lids, either your own or ones that we provide here. So thank you so much for doing that. It's been helpful, and it's been working. So let's keep what's working going. Yes. So Friday mornings, we have Kundalini Yoga with Malia Reed at 9 a.m. This has been ongoing. It's $10 per class, and you can join at any time. Pop in and out any Friday that you would want, and it's 9 a.m. every Friday. And then this coming Tuesday, CSL Kauai presents an evening of healing. So the program says Thursday, but it is actually Tuesday, March 10th. So it's from 6:30 to 7:30. We invite you to come. It's okay, it happened. But we just want to make sure it's Tuesday. So everybody come on Tuesday. And that's going to be 6:30 to 7:30. And this healing circle is when we join practitioners. There'll be music, and you'll get to have a nice, beautiful, deep meditation, and then really get to experience a chamber of prayer. And it's just a time to come, get grounded, release anything, and then fill it back up with all the goodness of what you're wanting to experience in life. So come join us on Tuesday. And then CSL Kauai also presents Radiance Unleashed, a mystical inner journey with Richard Diamond. And I know Richard's in the house today. You can wave. Thank you, Richard. This is an evening of original stories written and presented by Richard, and it's a fundraiser for much-needed dental work. But please come and join us. This is going to be Thursday, March 19th at 7 p.m. So something very different, and I'm looking forward to all that Richard has done and that you're going to be sharing with us. And then we have a beautiful Marion who's going to come up and share something that she's going to be doing soon.
March 21st, Saturday, here at 9:30. Into the mic. What's that? Into the mic. That's what will be happening. I am so thrilled to be able to share with you a Tai Chi practice I've been doing for 30 years. And people say, well, what form is it? My teacher would say, well, when you do it, it is your form. And what I know about this Tai Chi practice is it's the body part of science of mind and spirit and body. It's one. So we'll be dancing the philosophy of CSL in there. And so we will meet here to start. If the weather's great, of course, we will go across the street. So do come on time. There's a sign-up sheet in the back. The sign-up sheet and the flyer says, come with a beginner's mind. So if those of you who are joining us have done Tai Chi, leave it home. Come and experience something new, because it is new in every moment, and that's why I call it living Tai Chi.
Well, thank you, Marion. And there'll be a couple of Saturdays that she'll be doing that. So it starts March 4th. So it starts March 21st from 9:30 to 11, and it goes all the way till April 11th. And they can just pop in, correct? They can come one or... Yep, so you can come one, you can come all four, completely up to you. So 4 Saturdays starting March 21st. Thank you for coming and sharing that. And Marion has also written a book called The Revolutionary Agreements, and Reverend Walt is going to be doing a workshop around that book. There are flyers out back as well, so you can learn a little bit more. This is going to be 4 Mondays. So this is going to be Reverend Walt that will be teaching this. So it's Mondays from 6:30 to 8, starting March 30th. So it's based on Marion's book, and it's Personal Path to Peace on Earth. So the book is required, and Walt does have books. So you get the books from Walt directly. He's holding one up now, and he said they're less than Amazon prices. Da 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 da, sale, sale. And it starts at 7:30? Okay. No, 7:30, not 6. Oh, okay. So 6 to 7:30. So 6 to 7:30. We'll make that. Yep, I learned it. I'm always learning. So Rita said the administrator is fired. She's the administrator. So we will get that updated. So thank you, Walt, for that correction. And then also please sign up in the back. But you can get the books directly from Walt. And then we have lots of other things going on, so definitely check your program and mark things on your calendar. Next Sunday, we do have the men and women's meeting after service, so bring snacks as well. All right, well, thank you so much for your kind attention. We have lots happening here in our thriving center, and I'd like to introduce Reverend Rita and Reverend Patrick.
Who's now putting on her birthday earrings. We're going to sing at the end, but there is a birthday in the house this week.
I'm celebrating all week.
Trust me, she's celebrating all week. Yeah.
Oh, I actually have the same birthday as Margaret. We were both born on the 12th
All right.
in the same year, right? Almost. Just okay. So anyway, here we are. So let's just take a deep breath. We're going to take that moment of remembering that power of peace and healing lies within us. And as we center in that place of our heart, our divine self, and take some deep breaths there. Let's do that now. Let's take a beautiful, amazing deep breath from our heart space. Close our eyes if we feel comfortable. And remember that divine connection that's always there, never leaves. It's there. All we have to do is just center and recognize it and know that that's where all peace begins. And now Michelle will take us further into contemplation.
I invite you to just stay into this heart space and breathe into this moment. You can continue to keep your eyes closed if that feels comfortable. Leave them gently open if that's more comfortable. As we take this few minutes to allow anything that's here to just be surrounded in love, transmuted into this peace. And I have a seed thought in alignment with our theme, if you choose to take it in. I trust in divine timing. The universe always has my back. I trust in divine timing. The universe always has my back. I trust in divine timing. The universe always has my back. Breathing from this heart space that's always available. Breathing into this idea of time and letting it go. For the only time there is right now in this moment. Now, now, now. That is all there is. And that is why it's divine. For in this moment, there is only one God, one mind, one source. And that is my mind, my time, my source. And because I know that I'm a divine expression of God, allowing everything to come through, I know this for each and every person in this room and online and everywhere on this planet, for we are all one. And allowing whatever that is bubbling up to be loved and acknowledged, released, and knowing that in this moment, divine time is always at play in all areas of life. For I know that there is that God spark in each and every person that is always receptive to this moment. And I breathe this into our finances, knowing that abundance is now and our birthright. That divine timing with our finances, wealth, abundance in all areas is here and readily available. And I know this divine timing with health is also in this moment and only in this moment. Recognizing and loving everything that's happening and knowing that it can shift into a belief of the wholeness and the perfection that each and every person already is. And I am knowing this for creative expression, that in this moment that God spark is flowing through and urging each and every one of us to shine and show up in our unique, perfect way. However that looks, it is perfect in this moment for each and every person. And then there is that spot within us that unleashes that. For there is no time and space, there is only the divine now. And I absolutely know the same divine perfect timing in all our relationships, with ourselves, with friends, family, community, the planet, the universe. It's all only in this moment. And anything that feels different than love is accepted. It is snuggled up to, leaned into, and knowing that it can be shifted into harmony, peace, connection. That choice is made in the moment, from moment to moment. And I know this for all areas of life, that this divine timing is unfolding perfectly. And then there is an allowing and a receiving of this. There's a beautiful trust and faith that the guidance, the knowingness, the people, places, and things that support each and every person in this unfoldment is already here. It's just recognized, utilized, and put forth. For divine timing is all there is. I am so grateful for this knowingness, for everything that comes up that is acknowledged, for everything that is felt and released, everything that unfolds knowing it's perfect. Everything is for the highest good for each and every person in this room and online and on this beautiful planet. So with all this gratitude in my heart, I release my word as law, knowing it's already so. And together we affirm it. And so it is.
Mahalo. Mahalo.
Beautiful.
So just a special note on Michelle. She's got about 3 months left.
No,
and
not even. Right?
Well,
no.
let's direct me and my. But anyway, she divine timing. She will be a minister very, very soon, and so. See, you thought I was going to say something else, but I did not. So yes, 2.5 months, I think, about like that, she will be a minister. So wow, who knew all those years ago, except her husband. So as we all get ourselves settled, I did have a universal download while I was over there that I want to share with you before we do this. There was an invitation from the universe, and I'm not sure if it was just me coaxing the universe or the universe coaxing me. But there's a special invitation to all of us and our planetary needs right now. And the first thing is, I'm really inviting us to please take a deep, deep breath before we react. Before we react, please. I'm the king of reactors, I know. But please take a big breath before we go out and pointing fingers and judging and wanting people to do things the way you think they should be done. And this and so I appreciate that for myself and to get that download while I was sitting there. Because what we need now is to love one another. We need to build our immune systems right here and right now from love. And we cannot do that if we are telling other people that they are wrong or they are this, they are that. It has come time. We must be the way showers. We must be the ones.
Thank you, Patrick.
Yeah.
That's true.
You're welcome.
It's good. It's really good. Thank you. We have to. It's a daily reminder, right? A moment by moment reminder to take that deep breath. But if we wake up in the morning and we claim it as what we're going to be that day, it helps us to remember it, right? Yeah. So we want to take this moment now. We took a class a while back. We finally got our certificates for it. But it was called Self-Mastery, the Emergence of the True Self. And it was a beautiful class. Many people attended it, and we studied the work of Ernest Holmes along with the work of Dr. Joe Dispenza. We put them both together and started a meditation practice. So we have certificates for the people that completed that class, and so when they come, we want to acknowledge them. So when I say your name, just come on up, all right? Including Reverend Diana Michelle, who already have their degrees, but took the class again too. Anyway, so Charles Wolfork.
Not this one. Charles.
Oh, it was Roseanne I'm thinking of. Sue Wood. She's not here, I don't think.
Who's cruising at the moment.
She's cruising.
There you go.
Ronald Stover. Yay.
Ron Stover.
I don't know where he is. Come on up, honey. DJ Star.
Love your T-shirt, Ron. There we go. There you go. Oh, this one.
Jamie.
DJ.
Prem.
There you go.
Yay.
Jamie.
Melissa Mojo. Yay.
Michelle. Oh, yeah.
Judah Freed, who's
He's
not,
online.
He's here.
Judah.
Judah. Woo. Chia.
She's here.
Chia Fire. Okay, that's those. Okay, and then these people completed it. We'll save him for last. Roseanne Jones, RSCP. That was who I was thinking of, not Michelle.
Roseanne.
Michelle took the other
She
one.
jumped in. See, continuing ed.
We have to take continuing education. Not when we're ministers, but we do anyway. But when we're practitioners, we do. Lori Potter. Is she here today? Okay. Sherry and Tom Teal are
They're
online.
online. They took it online. Hey, Sherry and
Yay.
Tom.
Yay. And let's see who else. Emma Ladendecker.
This was a long time ago.
It was a
Emma.
long time ago. CSL was a little behind. Reverend Diane Degger. Woohoo!
Woo! Continuing ed.
We're always educating ourselves, right, Diane? Yes. Elizabeth Diamond, are you here?
No.
Okay. Adara. Yay.
Yay.
There we go. Heather Tonneson.
Yeah, she's here. I
Yes.
saw her.
Yay. I'll save that one.
Uh-huh.
And then Lori Ebnett.
Loretta.
I'm sorry. No.
There you go. Oh, look at this
Ronald
group.
LeMay. Whoa. And then, I don't know if you want to come up, but this was a special one for Rob Jones, who's been in every class.
He films every class.
films-
Every class.
And
So thank
we
you.
put for completion of the self-mastery class and for diligently filming all sessions with perfection, allowing the class to be streamed and recorded. So you need your certificate.
There he
So-
is. Thank you.
And then This
That's
ne-
how those people online
Yeah.
can watch this. So
this
that's great.
next name came up, and we just said, you know what, we're going to give her family the certificate. It was a class that Jai Roberts took with us, and she completed
Yeah.
it, and she was so rambunctious and wonderful in that class. So yeah,
Pink tights, pink
Yay,
tights.
Jai.
Yeah, Jai.
Yay.
That's perfect.
So let's just give them all a beautiful hand of
Look at
It's a
them. I want
lot.
to see what they look
Woo.
like. You got a picture?
Right.
Look at them.
It's
Fill it in. Fill it in.
perfect. Yay.
Oh. I'm always taking the pictures, aren't I? Right. There we go.
Hey, Gro. Woo, woo, woo. And now this is the place where we always, where are you going?
He's going to get his phone.
Oh, he's going to get his phone. All right, this is the place where we always talk about what the science of mind is, and we've handed it over to people that have taken classes right now. And Charles, where are you?
He's right there.
Oh, there you are. You come back up. You fell
We'll be having a special class in living in the present moment. I'll be right here if you need me.
I got you. I'll be fine. No, I don't know. I got it. All right. I express. What's up, you guys? I love all you all. You know what I mean? I express myself pretty well through poetry, so I wrote a little poem. When I first wandered into that Ashton Hotel suite, I never knew what I would find. It was a way to correspond with the creator within me by using my heart and mind. I didn't have to go to another entity. I had to see my true divinity. I also took responsibility for my actions and saw that my negative program is my enemy. Simply, the law of attraction is real, and there's an awesome power within you and me. It's the first cause of the first thing that started making the universe, including the sky, the birds, and that lovely beach. The universe gives me what I believe I deserve, so I looked around and saw that I was creating my reality. I was creating my lack or abundance, whether it came in my relationships, health, spirituality, and salary. I took an inventory of my life, saw what I didn't like, and I dropped my old beliefs like my calories. Now, as my consciousness expands, I have consciousness on demand, and if I ever need any help, I have the Revs and practitioners to give me a hand. Simply enough, if you put a thought mixed with emotion into the universe, it has to come to you because that's how it works. Therefore, the science of mind is my life. I love my CSL Ohana, and I love everything to do with Ernest Holmes because of its wonderful perks. There you go.
Beautiful,
Thank
man.
you, Charles. Yay. All right.
Ah,
Love this. Really.
yes, we'll put it on our Facebook page.
He will.
Yes, he will.
Oh, okay, cool. All right. So go ahead.
So, with that being said, who's here for the very first time and wondering what's going on in this Ohana? Hi. Who else? Let me just, I was all focused over there. Okay. Okay, so here's the deal. And I love the blue, by the way. The blue is happening. So what I would like to let you know is that we have some information on you. I know that you're new, and but we're still gonna let you know some things about you. So we're gonna go ahead and just jump right in on that. Ready? Okay. You are magnificent, and yeah, he's like, I'm relieved that that's the information that came out on the, but here's the thing. We only know that about you because we know that about ourselves. We recognize that first, and then we're able to see it out there, and we see it in you. So shall we all say it together? I am magnificent. Oh, and then speaking of magnificent, there he is behind that camera again. There's the sound, Jonathan over there, and the beautiful flute that was being played today. Thank you.
Beautiful.
Stunning is the word. Well, what he does every week is he allows for those people who cannot be here, that they're on the mainland, or even our international family, or even the ones in Kaua'i and Lihue and Kalaheo. I know there's some watchers today. So we just, that's what we do every week. So we have to let them know who they are too, right? So shall we? You are magnificent. Now look to your left, to your right. I don't care where you look. Let somebody know who they are. There you go.
Are you ready, Jeevan?
You are magnificent. Jeevan's magnificent.
He's never ready.
I know. Okay, let's get on our magnificent feet and have some more music.
Our opening song, written by Jeevan, inspired by Osho.
Uh-oh, the words are in your program. Are you you're the one? Sure?
Your mind is a garden, your thoughts are the seeds. You can grow flowers or you can grow weeds. Tend your garden with loving care, with grateful heart and love to share. Let in the sun and let fall the rain. Sow seeds of love again and again. We are all gardeners, growing our dreams, planting the thoughts whose harvest we reap. Tend your garden with loving care, grateful heart and love to share. Let in the sun and let fall the rain. Sow seeds of love again and again.
Oh, and as we continue to hear that wonderful, wonderful music, allowing this garden to just bounce, allowing it to just be. Welcome home, Timray. And allowing this moment to just unfold perfectly, easily. Just feel, not only look, but let's feel this garden that we have right here in this room, in this time, in this space, in this incredible quantum field that can be known as many names, but needs no names. And I know we are here by divine appointment. I know that love is showing itself, is watering and fertilizing and doing all that beautiful to our garden right here, that beautiful light, that sun that comes from within, comes from within. So knowing that, we just have this time together to grow even more, grow in consciousness. I can feel it, I accept it, I am it. I can feel for each and every one of us that this consciousness is just blooming, blooming, blooming and birthing, just like that beautiful Reverend Rita and that birthday that we are celebrating today. So knowing that it is all of our birthdays, this is a new moment, this is a new time, this is a new opportunity to love more, to love again, to remember who and what we are. And knowing that, I am so grateful. I am so grateful as I release my word as law, as together we say. And so it is.
Your mind is a garden, your thoughts are the seeds. You can grow flowers or you can grow weeds. Tend your garden with loving care, with grateful hearts and love to share. Let in the sun and let fall the rain. Sow seeds of love again and again. We are all gardeners, growing our dreams, planting the thoughts whose harvest we'll reap. Tend your garden with loving care, with grateful heart and love to share. Let in the sorrow and let fall the rain. Sow seeds of love again and again, again and again and again.
Beautiful. Wow. Okay. How are y'all doing? Yeah, I feel so good. It's so beautiful to see all your faces. Thank you for being here today. I'm so grateful for CSL Kauai and for the beautiful, amazing thing it is in my life. And this teaching, amazing thing this teaching is in my life. So this is kind of my birthday talk. So I'm going to talk about me a little. And about the idea of time and unfoldment and all of that. And I was thinking about how we want to rush things, right? Sometimes we want things to happen right now because we live in a society where it's like, now, I want it now. And all our technology gives us that, right? It gives us now. You know, just press a button and you can find out anything on the internet, right? But there's also a process to things. And I was thinking about having a baby as a process. You know, if you think about it, no, not that baby. I was thinking about when I had my first, all right, guys, back to me. It's my birthday. I'm teasing. All right. I was thinking about when I had my first child, Jennifer, and she was 16 days late. And I knew exactly when I conceived her. I was always good about that. I just knew it exactly. So it wasn't like it was a mistake or something like that. I didn't know when that day was. And she was 16 days late. It was my first baby. But she needed all that time. She was very small when she was born. Like she was like just a little over 6 pounds. And if she had come any sooner than that, even though I wanted her to, in fact, I had a girlfriend. She said, "Let's just go drive over the railroad tracks." And and she'd take me over the railroad tracks. I don't know. This was back in the 70s. We didn't know too much back then, and we didn't even have home births then. We were just doing our thing. But I thought, well, if she'd come any sooner, she wouldn't have been ready, and she fought her way out. She just, she just, for whatever reason, needed all that time to grow. So I think that's also true, even though we say that there's no time and space when we do our treatment work and we want something in our lives. I think that is true, that we can have instantaneous demonstrations because there is really no time and space, even though we're living in time and space and everything is now. But I also think sometimes we do go through a process. And I know that I have gone both ways in my life. I manifested things immediately, or maybe they seemed immediate, but in actuality, they really weren't immediate because it was a long time up to that point, and then all of a sudden the thing would be there, the experience would be there that I wanted. So I was thinking over my life since I have been married to this man over here. We've been talking about it a lot lately, about where we've come from. That's why when people come to us and tell us about their troubles and stuff, we understand that because people sometimes think when you're in a position like you have a really good life, and I think I have a really good life, that you never went through anything, that you just kind of got there. And I was thinking about all the things we just were thinking about, all the things that we had gone through in our life together of 21 years, and that we're finally here now. And we're still obviously expanding and growing, but that there was this process to our life that was really difficult at times. I mean, if I told you some of the things that we went through, we had this conversation at someone's house the other night about toilet paper. I'm sorry, I have to say it. But we would go to Costco and get these big toilet papers, right? And we'd go, my God, look how far we've come. We can buy all this toilet paper. And I mean, to me, that was abundance, because there was a time when that was like not so. I mean, you know. Anyway, I'm sure that the people that have been in that place understand what I'm talking about. And so, but there was the unfoldment. Like, I go, all right, so, I mean, I already told you the banana story. That was one of the biggest shifts in my life when I realized that I was buying somebody a $20 gift certificate at Starbucks, but I couldn't buy myself a $1 banana. And so then I began to realize, because I was going through a lot of stuff when I went to Los Angeles. After I went through my divorce and went to Los Angeles, I went through a lot of financial tribulations and stuff. And that day that the banana story was the day that I realized that I really didn't believe I deserved to be abundant. I was doing my treatments and all of this stuff, and I was in this teaching and everything, but I was trying to get things. I didn't really totally, I was young in the teaching and I didn't totally understand. It's not about the things, it's about the consciousness that you have to grow. And sometimes the consciousness is the thing that takes the time. Ernest Holmes wrote, he wrote, healing and demonstration take place as our minds become attuned to the truth of being. Healing and demonstration take place as our minds become attuned to the truth of being. There is no process of healing, but there is generally a process in healing. There's no process of healing. There is generally a process in healing. This process is the time and effort which we undergo in our realizations of truth. So what that means is there is no process of healing. We're already perfect, but we don't know it. We already deserve the whole abundance of the universe. We already have everything, but we don't know it. So therefore, we don't claim it, or we think we're claiming it, but we're claiming it when underneath we feel that we don't deserve it. And I think we had a teacher once, and he would say that. I didn't really understand it, but it's true. If you feel like you don't, you might not even know that, but if you feel like you're not demonstrating the things you want in your life, or your life is not the way you want it to be, go deep, and you might find out that there's something within you that feels like you don't deserve it. It could be coming from, that's what I love about this teaching, and I'm sure there's other teachings too, but we really go into ourselves because we know that everything starts with ourselves. Everything in our life is an effect, and we are the cause of it. And the cause is what we have to get to. And what we have to get to is first cause. Even if we don't know what the cause is, like we don't know why we feel like we're undeserving, we go back to first cause. And first cause says, we are God, we are light, we are love, we are the divine, we are inherited the whole universe. It's all living within us. This is not like airy-fairy stuff. This is like scientific. It's true. This is what we know about ourselves now, that we are pure consciousness and that we have everything at our disposal that we could possibly ever need in our lives. But I didn't know that back then, and I spent a lot of miserable time trying to figure it out, although I stayed happy. That was the other thing. I stayed happy in that, I mean, I was basically madly in love too, but with this man over here. But we lived an abundant life even when we were not living an abundant life, because we just had so much fun. And people would say to us, "Oh, I didn't ever know you were having financial problems," because we didn't live that way. But deep down inside, we had all this other stuff going on. But I don't ever remember not feeling grateful, right? Anyway, but it took a while. It took a while to get to that point. And the banana story was the one that started me on the road. And then I started to say to myself, you know, this doesn't make sense. Why can't I go out for a cup of coffee with a friend? A small thing like a cup of coffee. I can't do that. That doesn't even make sense. I want to be able to do that. So I started where I was, and I continued to grow it. You know, and then I had before I went to Los Angeles, I always lived in a beautiful home. But somehow when I went to Los Angeles, I felt like I needed to live in an apartment. There's nothing wrong with apartments, guaranteed. But when you come from living in a home and then you go back to an apartment, it was kind of like, for me, anyway, it was going backwards. So, but I had an apartment consciousness. I went to Los Angeles and I felt like, oh, I can only live in an apartment here because it's really expensive. And then all of a sudden, I mean, it took 11 years, guys, 11 years before I realized that I wanted to be in a house and that I deserved to be in a house. And I remember driving down the road because we were looking for a place, and we didn't really have a lot of money, but we knew that we wanted to be in a house. and we knew how much we were paying in the apartment, and we just got out of the way of all that. Because when you do this thing, you have to get out of the way of what's like right in front of you. Like, you see it, but you have to realize that money, all that beautiful stuff, you know, health, strength, everything can come from anywhere. It doesn't necessarily what you're looking at. Because if you're looking at it and you're seeing the lack, then what you're doing is creating from there. It's called creating from the effect, or creating from secondary causation. So one day, I remember I was driving down the road, and I slammed my hands on the steering wheel, and I went, that's enough. This house is now. That's all I said. And I got to our center there, and this lady came up to me, and she said, I think I found the perfect house for you. She goes, I happened to drive down this street. I don't usually drive down that street, but I drove down the street, and I think it would be perfect for you and Patrick. She goes, and I have a feeling it's really affordable. So that was the house, and we got the house. I mean, it was just like that fast. But was it that fast? No. You see what I'm saying? But it seems that fast when it happens, right? It seems that fast. So, yeah, because what happens to us is we spend a lot of time struggling and fighting it, or not letting go and surrendering to the universe, because the universe, like Michelle said in her quote, has our back 24/7. So even the times that I was running down Beverly Boulevard, if you can believe this, with a chair that my father had that I thought was going to allow me to pay my rent that month, and my mentor said, I can't even picture you running down Beverly Boulevard with that chair, Rita. And I said, yes, I was. And then got to the auction place, and it was worth like nothing. I mean, that's how bad it was. But what I'm saying at that time, you know, you don't think about the times of that. But can we have it instantaneously? Yes, because there is no time and space in the mind of God. But what the time is, like Ernest Holmes says, it's the time it takes us to realize the truth. And the biggest thing is knowing who we are. When we know who we are, this stuff will become so easy. And I really feel that the evolutionary track, I know it is, because even the scientists are saying it now, that we're, you know, the scientists and mystics, you know, the Greg Bradens, the Bruce Liptons, the Joe Dispenzas, the, you know, Deepak Chopras, all of them, they're saying the same thing, that we are this energy of consciousness, this energy of God. They're even using the word God. And this is the thing. So if you don't believe that, it was interesting. My sister said to me, because she was having some doubts about something, and she said, well, do you really believe in God? And I was like, I couldn't even doubt it for a moment that I was God. Like it was a real good thing when she said that. She said, you mean you don't doubt it? And I go, no, I don't doubt it at all, Maria. I don't doubt it. I really know it. Do I always live as it? Yes, actually I do, because God lives. That's the trick. God lives in all of it through us. Just because we're having a hard time doesn't mean God's not there. God is always there. It's within us, and it's always trying to learn more about itself. It wants to express through us, as us, and it wants to, the more we can express our true selves and remember that part of ourselves, the more that we're going to live the life we want to live. And I do believe that we're here to walk in the world of space and time, but not be of it. To be able to understand, like the great master Jesus said, that we're in the world and not of it. And that what a great training ground in a place that's so dense with form and materialism, right? For us to be able to raise our consciousness enough to say, no, this is who I am, and this is what I can do, you know? And I get those really like quick demonstrations that happen like immediately, but they usually come when I'm fed up. You know, like when you just say, you know what, enough is enough, boom. And I told the story to our class the other night, but I'll tell it to you. It was this thing, we're doing flying solo in California, and I was getting so sick and tired of not having the information so that we could advertise it, and not being able to get in touch with the person that wasn't calling me back and stuff. And I was just like, okay. And we kept talking about it ad nauseum. And then finally we did this treatment, and we were like, it's done. It's done, it's done. It's resolved right now. The solution is right here. The phone rang within 30 seconds. It was the person. He had butt dialed me. He didn't even know that he had called me. And then he said, oh, I can't talk to you now. I have only 15 minutes. And I said, no, you have to talk to me now. He goes, what? And then he started this big conversation with me. He put all the information into the computer, and the ad was out within an hour. So, but look at what happened. It came when I said enough is enough. I want it now. And I really believed it. So, you know, I don't think we should ever feel bad about our processes or processes or whatever they're called that we go through. What do the Canadians call it? Process. I don't think we should ever, because if we start to feel bad about it, that's not gonna help us at all, because we are doing great, and things will they'll manifest when we're ready for them to manifest. I mean, I don't think that sometimes, it's like manifesting my beautiful husband here. I wouldn't have been ready for him when I thought I was ready for him. I don't know what that means. What I'm saying is, I think the process that happens is a good thing sometimes. And then sometimes it has to be now, and you have to know that. And and when you know it, it happens. So just to close, it's about age, because people, I'm 67 years old, but I don't feel like 67. I feel great, and I don't think about age that way. I just feel like I'm growing and I'm expanding, and and I found this quote by Ernest Holmes, and I'm gonna close with it, and it's about knowing who you are. Basically, it says, "The greatest good that can come to anyone is the forming within him of an absolute certainty of himself and of his relationship to the universe, forever removing the sense of heaven as being outside himself or herself. Such an understanding teaches us that there can never come a time when we shall stop progressing, and that age is an illusion, that limitation is a mistake, that unhappiness is ignorance. This understanding will rob man of his loneliness and give him a sense of security which knows no fear, a peace without which no life can be happy, a poise which is founded on this peace, and a power which is the result of the union of peace and poise." So by knowing ourselves and allowing ourselves to rise above the race consciousness and everything that's going on now, and really stay firm, the word firm, with what we believe. And if it's hard for us to believe, to go into our little closets and work on that, because it's the only thing that is going to allow us to travail these times and expand into our new world. So I'm excited about learning about myself and knowing it's a process, and I'm going to always be expanding. We're always going to be expanding and allowing people to change, because we are all changing and growing and expanding, and that it never ends. And that, healing can be, it is immediate, because there is no process of healing, but sometimes we take that process, and that's okay. And so we have to be comfortable with that, as long as we're working toward our goal, and then it'll be immediate. You'll see. So I know that blessing for each and every one of us. So thank you for listening. Aloha. Happy birthday to me. And I think Jeevan has a song for us. Of course he does.
Okay, so this song is from the Kundalini Yoga tradition, and it's a healing meditation song. And the words are Ra, Ma, Da, Sa, Sa, Se, So, Hung. And the translation is really beautiful. Ra means the sun. And connecting with that frequency gives you energy. And Ma means the moon, and it aligns you with receptivity. And Da is the energy of the earth, grounding you in your roots. Sa is infinity. And as you chant this, your energy rises upwards and outwards, drawing in the healing of the universe. And when you chant it a second time, you pull the energy of infinity into you. Se is a way of honoring the all-encompassing infinite intelligence source. It's personal, like a secret name for that. And hung is the infinite, the vibrating real. It's the essence of creation. And together, so hung means I am that. I am that infinite intelligence. So sing with me if you can. I invite you to close your eyes and really feel it inside. Rama Dasa Sase Soham 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 Rama Dasa Sase Soham. The light of the sun, the sweet shining moon, the strength of the earth beneath our feet. There's an infinite one within every heart, shining with love, joy and peace. Oh, my beloved, turn to the light within and sing to your soul. Sing to the light within. Oh, my beloved, turn to the light within and sing to your soul. Sing to the light within. Ramadasa Sase Soham 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 Rama Dasa Sase Soham Rama Dasa Sase Soham Rama Dasa Sase Soham. Light of the sun, the sweet shining moon, the strength of the earth beneath our feet. There's an infinite one within every heart, shining with love, joy and peace. Oh, my beloved, turn to the light within and sing to your soul. Sing to the light within. Oh, my beloved, turn to the light within and sing to your soul. Sing to the light within. Ramadasa say so. 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 So, 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 so. Thank you for singing with me.
I'm in a total state now. Thank you. I think we all are, yeah? Let's give it up again for our beautiful Jivan. So I've absolutely loved this start of this month about the whole gardening metaphor. I'm not a gardener myself in the actual yard gardening, but I could be someday when I retire at 90. But I love the metaphor because, and it's our teaching actually. It's our teaching, it's the creative process. You have the idea, it's the seed, you put it in the fertile ground, and it demonstrates as whatever you planted. It's pretty easy, pretty simple, and yet, it's pretty simple. Thought you'd get me, didn't you? Nah, I ain't going there. But Ernest Holmes, what a man. He, everyone says, that was 1927, let's get modernized with, Ernest Holmes. He may not look like the most hip man in the world, but I'm going to tell you something. His knowledge and his, and what he's passed on in this teaching is just incredible for me. And I'm learning more and more how much I treasure it and I honor it. And I live from it. But not just him, everyone, all the mystics, whatever road you take it, man. It's fine. But let's take a road. Let's get on a path. Because I know there's a lot of people deciding a lot of paths, a lot of modalities, but we got to get on it. We have to get on it, for me at least. I know that I invite, I urge you, I know all of that. So Ernest Holmes says, in that inner sanctuary of our own nature, hidden from objective gaze, nestles the seed of perfection. It's like a little baby. That's what we are, we're little babies, learning how to grow up. I love the idea of this talk today is, hurry up already. Hurry up already. Have you ever said that when I was speaking? And not afraid to admit it? Of course. Hurry up already. I just love this. This week I've had so many new ideas floating around, right? And I'm really deciding whether or not I want to plant them or not. Because just think of all those ideas that run around in your head. Aren't you glad they're not planted? Let's get in that soil for a moment, shall we? Our thoughts create our realities. Someone said the other day, all that positive. I know. It's positive thoughts create your reality. I said, no, it's not about injecting and putting in positive thoughts. It's about what you put in that you believe. Because I know a lot of people saying a lot of positive things, and they're not believing one word of it. But it sure sounds good. The tone sounds good. So hurry up. Are you ready? All right already. Let's go. Are we there yet? Remember, are we there yet? Looking at life. Oh, my God. I remember traveling cross country with my parents. That was always a joy. And they wanted to stop and look at all those things and read all of those things about what happened there. And I was like, oh, God, who cares? And here's the thing. Later on, you would think that I would have, but I still traveled cross country and bypassed those as well. Because I don't know why. Because I got to get to where I'm going. Move on. We got to get it, right? We talked about this in class. When we get this, when we get it, we're going to rock, man. And then I have to break that news, which makes everyone discouraged. There's nothing to get. And they're like, oh my God, I've wasted all my life trying to get the next thing. And the reason we want the next thing, it's great because we're creative beings. Of course we want the next thing. But at what cost? And I love stuff. As a matter of fact, I don't feel like I've had enough stuff in my life. I don't feel like I've actually lived the full kingdom that Patrick is, the full king that I believe I am and that each and every one of us is. So I like stuff. I love stuff. But it isn't worth nothing without the consciousness behind it and through it and as it. It means nothing. Because guess what? It's temporary. This is all temporary. All of these things that I think are so important and I get all worked up about, it's temporary. It's not going to last. And that's okay too. You wouldn't want certain things to last. There are some weeds that have been in my life that I really wouldn't want to just stay there. But guess what I found out about weeds, those things that we don't like? Maureen Murphy, who's a horticulturist, and she said, weeds, the real definition of weeds is a misplaced plant. Yeah. And there's a lot of weeds that need to be placed over there in my life. And that's okay. Now, I'm pointing at Louise. I'm sorry. No, Louise, I was taught better than to point. Yeah. Surah says, when we're rushing, we are living in a state of resistance. It produces a state of consciousness that often comes about when we are feeling anxious. It's a lack of willingness to be in the present moment. Have you ever noticed rushing implies a feeling of lack? Because when we're rushing, we don't have it. We got to go get it. Why are we rushing? Why are we tugging at those wonderful seeds? Everything we ever needed is contained in that little tiny seed. There's nothing we need to do. We don't need to give it permission. We don't need to say, you're a good seed. Wow, man, I've never seen a seed look exactly like you before. You're a good seed. It doesn't need that because it doesn't care what you think. Because it's going to grow with or without your permission. Yeah, it's going to grow with or without your permission. So why are we rushing? I had a wonderful, wonderful download about that. I love that word download. I don't even know where it's downloading from because I already am there. But I love the word download. I'm going to download. I'm downloading. Doesn't it feel like I'm doing something? I'm downloading it. I'm downloading. Yes. But actually it goes from my heart out, and my head's not as popular as I thought it was when I was. Yeah. I thought my head, I've been walking around for years going, I got it, man. And my heart's going, dude, what are you doing, man? I'm downloading it. My heart. I said, my heart. Oh. You know it's good to laugh. It's like feels good inside. Oh. So anyway, speaking of my download, and this is the download I had, was that I said, why are we so afraid to be in the present moment? I remember, what's our guy in the neighborhood, Mr. Rogers? When he sat there, I was going to do it with you, but we're not going to. But he's put that clock up there, and he said, this is a minute. This is what a minute feels like. And he just sat there. And I thought, you are so brilliant, Mr. Rogers. I'm so sorry I made fun of you all those years because you are a mystic and a master. Oh, I put him on that thing with the Pee Wee Herman time of life, and what happened, Patrick? I was young. I was not evolved. Do not judge me. But this is what I thought about, and this is what was downloaded. If I'm in the present moment, you might see the real me. If I'm in the present moment, you might see the real me. Or better yet, I might see and feel the real me. Bam. If I'm in the present moment, you might see the real me, or better yet, I might see and feel the real me. And then what are we going to do with that? You're going to just bathe in it. I said, I think we are rushing and trying to get to the next thing because we are terrified to be in the God-present moment. It's so much fun quoting yourself. Have you ever, I spend so much time quoting other people, and someone said, well, why don't you just quote, why don't you just say it from you? I said, yeah, I like that. But that's the whole idea. If we stop for a moment and we go, this is who I am. I have nowhere I have to go right now. What's going to happen? And all the healing that we want, healing in whatever area of our life, is in that present moment. That's in the seed of its absolute completion. We were talking about where's the field in our class. That's a big one. Where's this quantum field? Where is it? How do you get to it? I want to get to the field. Bless you. I want to get to the field. When I get to the field, man, everything I want is going to be manifested. But do you see how it's all there? I am the field. We're all in the field right now. Bless you. She's sneezing in the field, and I love it. Yes. In the field, we have arrived already. We have arrived. What are you going to do with that? What are you going to do with that information? Live life to the fullest, perhaps? What are you going to do with that? We say there's a process, and that's what Rev Rita was talking about. There's a process, and of course there is. But it doesn't need to be our excuse. We have the opportunity right here and right now to remember who and what we are. And then go about the business of living from that. Letting go of the inner rush allows us to experience higher states like joy, connection, and love. It takes courage to live inside the moment. It happens when we slow down and find the inner stillness. Meditation, man, that's what everybody's meditating now, right? And it's perfect because it ignites the field from within. But eventually you're going to have to get in your car and drive somewhere. Eventually, and it's beautiful. I'm not even, oh my God, would I consider this? Someone was out, we're doing a tape right now about what is CSL Kauai, what's the value, what do you get when you come in here? And this is a battery charging station. This is where we can come in and vibrate at the frequency of the divine through music, through message, through community, through everything. Yes, this is what we're doing here. We're charging, and we're not charging up so that we can go sit alone somewhere. We're charging up so we can give that frequency to one another. So that when things come up, we're not preparing. This spiritual mind treatment, spiritual mind treatment and everything is not designed for your next chaotic event in your life. This is so that we can fill up and live life to the fullest. And when somebody else isn't, we say, hey. But we have to own our garden. That's how I'm going to end for all of you thinking, hurry up already. Let me tell you something. We have to own our garden. Oh, yes. And let me tell you something. You have to own your weeds as well. You have to own them. Because that's the only way you'll ever be able to change anything is when you say with pride and with love. And when you look at your mess and you go, whoa. I did that. I did that. That's how freaking powerful I am. I did that. And you think, well, what's that all about? What's that, shame spiral? No, it's not a shame spiral. It's ownership. Look what I did. I totally screwed it all up. Oh, man, I was been trying to hide that from everybody. I did that. That was mine. I did it. Yeah. Huh. And then you get to go over here and say, I did that. This is mine, too. Powerful stuff, my friends. And that is ownership of it all. With love. With love. With saying, oh man, Patrick, you had so much power that your misguided thoughts, man. Look. And I love you just the same as when you're over there with all of your glory. We don't have to prove ourselves to anyone. Except maybe ourselves. And then, even then, we just have to remember who we are. Put that in your garden. Namaste.
So it's our time of giving. I wanted to say something because last week I kind of didn't say it in the right way. And somebody came up to me and it was true. And I was talking about tithing because we tithe out 10% of what you give us. We don't tithe to need. Need is charity, and that's a great thing. We should give to charity. But we tithe to what spiritually nourishes us, and that's what we consider tithing. So when we give to an organization or a person, we're giving to that organization or person because they have either spiritually nourished us or we're inspired by them because they're doing something on this island or in the world that we are inspired by, which is spiritual nourishment, right? So I just wanted to clear that up. So anyway, I just wanted to say that. So thank you for, if you were inspired today, thank you for your donations and for keeping Center for Spiritual Living just thriving and doing its work in the world. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yay. Okay. Are we ready for song?
Yep. Who's our source? Yes.
God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Joy is my source. Joy is my power. Joy gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Joy gives me everything I need. Peace is my source, peace is my power. Peace gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Peace gives me everything I need. Love is my source, love is my power. Love gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Love gives me everything I need. God is my source, God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need.
Thank you, everyone. So let's read our affirmation. I have given freely and joyously from the abundance and fullness of my overflowing wealth. I know that my gift goes with love as it touches and blesses Center for Spiritual Living Kauai, my life, and the world. And so it is. Woo!
Woohoo!
All right. We don't have our children
I hear
again.
rumors that there's
Are there children?
something different this birthday.
someone go get the
Cheesecake,
children?
double-layer
Okay.
chocolate cake.
Let's
What?
have the
Who said that? Who said that?
Let's have the practitioners come on up.
I'm just saying.
They're not
They're going,
here.
oh, it's that
I don't know
Costco
where they
cake?
are.
Well, kind of, but in a whole different form. Okay, so there. Look
Oh,
who
there
I
they
see.
are, but we'll
I
have the
see.
practitioners come up anyway. Come on
Yeah,
up.
come on up, practitioners. We got
Just-
a
we'll talk
gang
about you.
coming up here.
All right, we have some children. We have some practitioners. We have a whole family here. Come on up. Wow, look at this group today. Yes, it is. Woo! Wow. Yay. Wow. Kiale, look at you. Wow. How old are you now? It's good to see you, honey. All right. So
I got
this
pictures of
is
him
Miss
when he was
Janice,
doing-
and she has something to say, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, I was
Rita's
going to
fun.
let you in on what fun we had today.
Exactly.
What a great group of kids. This is our future, and this is what it's about. I had such a good time today with them. We made necklaces and bracelets, but they could call them a prayer or an intention or a magic bracelet, and they came up with their own names, and then they came up with the mantras or the sayings they wanted to go with the beads, and they want to share a few. And Natalie wants to start.
The white beads mean I am light. The brown beads mean I have peace. The brown beads. Wait a minute, I did it twice? mean I am love.
Who else was ready to share? And we're snacking. We already taken care of everything. Okay, I'll hold it for you. So you can read. Here you are. I got the microphone. You got your words, and now you can tell about your bracelet.
The white beads, I feel peaceful and I happy because I know I am an expression of God. Each bead, God is peace and I am peace.
Anybody else? Today.
The beginning bead, which is my green bead, means that I am one with God and God aids me in all that is good. And the other beads all mean that they can give me respect and I can gain respect and I can give respect to others.
Anybody else? Okay.
My beginning bead is God is real. I am one with God. all the rest of my beads mean. In God, there is only joy.
See, we had a lot of fun. Did everyone get a talk that wants to? Okay.
Thank you. Thank you so much. That was so beautiful. Let's give them their blessing. You are amazing. You are perfect. You are magnificent. And we love you. Woo! All right. Thank you, Janice. Thank you. Thank you. So we have our beautiful practitioners up here and our handsome one back there. And they're here to do a spiritual mind treatment for you. If something's come up for you during the service, or there's something in your life you want to know more truth about, they will tell you a little bit more about spiritual mind treatment and help you to know that truth. So please take advantage of this beautiful gift from them, all right? And they can also talk to you about sessions if you're interested in going even deeper. You can have a session, and I can tell the kids are already eating my birthday cake. So I'm just trying. So
I believe we have to
we
sing.
brought special birthday cake. We brought cheesecake and chocolate cake. So for after, but you're gonna sing.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Rita. Happy birthday to you. One more time. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Rita. Happy birthday to you.
All right. Let's close this out before the kids eat all the cake.
They heard the double chocolate and went crazy.
You ready? The words are in your program. Inch by inch, row by row, gonna make this garden grow. All it takes is a rake and a hoe and a piece of fertile ground. Inch by inch, row by row, I will bless these seeds I sow. I will warm them from below till the rain comes tumbling down. Pulling weeds, picking stones, we are made of dreams and bones. I feel the need to grow my own, 'cause the time is close at hand. Grain for grain, sun and rain, I find my way in nature's chain. I tune my body and my brain to the music of the land. Inch by inch, row by row, gonna make this garden grow. All it takes is a rake and a hoe and a piece of fertile ground. Inch by inch, row by row, I will bless these seeds I sow. I will warm them from below till the rain comes tumbling down.
And I want to say thank you. I am so grateful to Michelle for her beautiful, amazing treatment today, and for the announcements, of course, and to the Malama team, Yana, Emma, and Luis, to Rob Jones over there live streaming, and Jonathan on sound, to the bookstore, Roseanne, to hospitality, Ron Stover. Oh my God, Ron Stover, give him a hand of applause. He's just always here for us, and Charles. And for the flowers today came from Jackie Turner and from Patrick and I. And so, and Melissa and Roseanne, thank you so much for being the collection stewards. And to all the practitioners serving today, thank you so much for your service. And to Janice for taking care of our kids. Right? And Jeevan and Luis, thank you so much. Yes, yes, yes. So I am so grateful to everyone here. Thank you for joining us today. I know that we can take this energy, this beautiful energy that we have shared here today, and bring it out into our lives and really, really sow our gardens with beauty and love. And I know that's the truth, and I just let it be so, as we say. And so it is.
Inch by inch and row by row, gonna make this garden grow. All it takes is a rake and a hoe and a piece of fertile ground. Inch by inch, row by row, I will bless these seeds I sow. I will warm them from below till the rain comes tumbling down. Till the rain comes tumbling down.